If you like Dragon Ball, you are the worst. What are you doing? Why are you a Dragon Ball?
As a monkey brain, I should be a giant fan of Dragon Ball. Okay, no. Okay, I'll start with Dragon Ball fandom scares me the most out of any fandom.
Because why is that?
Maybe it's because I understand the JoJo fandom, and I'm in the behind.
Which is we'll get to the JoJo fandom.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that, right? Because I'm sure everyone's going to be thinking that immediately. Yeah. But like the Dragon Ball fandom is like I feel like it's so separate from every other anime fandom.
Yeah.
Whereas JoJo fans normally watch a bit of anime. Yeah, okay, they're a bit annoying and whatnot, whatever. But Dragon Ball fans, I feel like a ton of them only watch Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean seasonal anime? Yeah. There's no Dragon Ball in that season.
Do you mean seasonal new season of Dragon Ball? Yeah. Reruns of Dragon Ball Z?
Like, okay, I mean, this is just like outside looking in, so I'm sure we're chatting out of our ass half the time, but like, my God, are they aggressive online about like, and also the YouTube scene scares me so much.
The Dragon Ball YouTubers are...
I just had a flashback to that thumbnail.
You have to explain
the thumbnail that you saw?
So I was on Twitter and
peak
like
content on YouTube.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure it's like parody, and if it's not, it's parody.
I hope it is.
So like, if no matter what, it's parody, because I either laugh because it is parody, or I laugh because it's not parody.
Yeah, I follow like Justin Wang on Twitter, and he's the guy who talks about like internet law, and he retweets the most fucking cursed shit. And so it was just a thumbnail, and it was like, what would happen? It was like, what if Vegeta got coronavirus, was tested coronavirus positive? And I was like, this can't be real. Like, it was just a thumbnail. So I searched it, and it was a 2-part series of what if Vegeta got the coronavirus? And I was like, what?
What was the other part?
It was part two. Part two. I didn't watch it, but there was another one where it was like, what if Goku tested HIV positive? And I was like, what is Dragon Ball YouTube? What is this? I only watched the first 5 minutes, and I was pretty sure it's parody. I couldn't tell, but it was very like dry delivery. I need to watch the rest of it. That'll probably get a nice...
I need to watch that video.
Yeah, because the thing about the Dragon Ball fandom is that it feels like the Dragon Ball fandom... I mean, you can be obviously a Dragon Ball fan and an anime fan, but I feel like there are just as many Dragon Ball fans who are just Dragon Ball fans, right? Yeah. And they like watch nothing else but Dragon Ball. It's kind of like being like just like an MCU fan, you know what I mean? Yeah. Calling yourself like a comics fan.
It's weird because like the Dragon Ball videos, like I'm just going based off like what I've seen on YouTube. This is pure anecdotal stuff. Yeah. Those Dragon Ball videos come out as often, if not more often, than most anime YouTuber videos, and get more views or the same views.
Yeah,
and so that must mean, right, that like like again, this is just me like fucking like aliens, like, you know what I mean? Like, surely the fandom is fucking gigantic.
It has to be,
and like. I don't know, man.
Or it's like a really small group of super dedicated people who are like, I need to watch this for the 20th time.
And people are so into it, man. There's like, I don't understand the videos that are like, what if Vegeta fought a fucking Luffy? And I'm like, what is that? Who gives a shit?
I mean, that's going from like Dragon Ball fandom to like shonen fandom as a whole, which also like exists in its own little bubble. I feel.
I don't understand that shit.
But it's not just shonen fandom, right? It's shonen action fandom. It's not like the shonen romance fandom or the shonen harem fandom, because there's like lots of different types of shonen, right? It's specifically shonen like power fantasy battle harem. You know what I mean? Like that whole fandom, right? Like that's all. So it's like it's the Naruto's, it's the Bleach, it's the One Piece. I feel One Piece is kind of separate from everything else. It's like One Piece is separate, Dragon Ball is separate, and then Naruto and Bleach are separate. Yeah. And then you have like just like the general like and then the Seven Deadly Sins fan base is separate as well.
Yeah, I need to fucking...
Yeah, let's whip out the long voice. This conversation requires alcohol.
You brought up Seven Deadly Sins. I do want to talk about that later. We'll get into Seven Deadly Sins.
I'm just gonna go through all the fucking shonens, aren't we?
All right. Dragon Ball Twitter is the fucking every time I see a shitty take,
starting off strong,
like you just see the dumbest fucking take. It's always from a fucking Dragon Ball avatar or like someone who like just tweets about Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Because I remember seeing like so many shitty takes. Like I remember seeing this one tweet that was like talking about like how like Vegeta was like the greatest anti-hero ever written in anime or something like that. And like there was like the comment thread was like more hilarious than the take itself. And I think my favorite meme was just like Goku going Super Saiyan, and he was just like the top text was like, don't fuck with Dragon Ball fans. And the bottom text was, we only know one anime.
It's true though. What is it about Dragon Ball fans that only watch Dragon Ball? Like everything they consume, it's like you know they're a Dragon Ball fan when they're like, but GT wasn't that bad, was it? Like,
did you see the tweet that was like, Goku didn't protest, and it's like,
are you serious?
Yeah, it's like Vegeta didn't protest; they just got it done. And I was like, oh my god, read the room, man, read the room. It was so funny. The replies were like, bro, it's anime. It's like they're fucking delusional, man.
Oh my god, what is it like? I've always wanted to know, right? Because I don't personally know anyone who's in that fandom. Yeah. But I've always been interested in meeting someone IRL who's in that fandom. Yeah. Because I just have so many...
No. You'll know, because they're the fucking loudest ones at the conventions. True. They're the ones in the corner playing like fucking
charging up. Trying to be Super Saiyan.
If you ever hear someone go, nah! You know who they are.
Yeah. But like, I've always just wanted to ask them being like, why? Like, why?
Why are you? No, it's like that meme of the fucking the woman in the car. It's like, why are you like this?
Yeah, why do you like this? Like, what? Who conditioned you to be like, there's so much good anime out there. I'm aware. Yes, One Piece, I am aware of that show. Naruto, Bleach, I'm aware of all these. Yeah. But no, Goku is my bae. Yeah. And I will only follow his story.
It's so weird, right? Because it's like, I mean, what I see in the shonen fandom is like everything is like a dick measuring contest. Like you gotta fucking simp for your fucking characters, and you're gonna defend them no matter what. Like, it's
like, what? I don't understand. Like, I guarantee, compared to like some of these Dragon Ball fans, like, dude, I don't even think Toriyama is as big of a Dragon Ball fan as fucking Dragon Ball fans, you know? Like, Dragon Ball, like, at least Toriyama was like, I mean, I got Dragon Ball, but like, I got Dragon Quest as well, you know? Like, I got all these other things. Yeah. Meanwhile, Dragon Ball fans are like, Toriyama, God, I love you. Do more Dragon Ball, please.
To be fair, that's like me with JoJo. I mean, do more of that.
Yeah, but at least Araki's only done JoJo.
True, and I'm not shouting about it all the time.
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
just like secretly thinking.
Are you sure about that?
Are you
sure
about
all
that?
The time, not all the time.
Are you sure about that?
Gentlemen,
are you sure about that? So when
we'll
Connor,
get into that. We'll get into that.
We'll get into that.
We'll get into JoJo and we'll talk about that.
I got some shit to say, but no, like sticking with like the Dragon Ball and Shonen fandom, to me it feels like the fucking ghetto, right? Because
the ghetto of the anime.
Ghetto of the anime.
No, because they're like, it feels like they're constantly having gang wars with each other, and you're just sitting here watching this take place on Twitter.
The suburban white couple.
You're like the suburban white couple going into the ghetto. And they're just like, you don't belong here, do you?
I'm just watching this like feud go on Twitter, being like, Luffy would beat fucking Goku in a fight or something like this shit.
And meanwhile, One Piece fans are like, cool, I guess. Like, I don't fucking care. Like, why do you care? Why does the Dragon Ball fan base want to give Goku like this amazing KD ratio of like other anime fans?
I just had this amazing flashback. You remember the time when One Punch Man came out?
Yeah.
Like, for some fucking reason, there was so many videos of like, who will win, Goku or Saitama?
Yeah.
Oh
and like, if you dare say an opinion, it's like, get ready to get fucking destroyed by either fandom.
It's like, what was even worse than that was, do you remember when like Death Battle did Goku versus Superman?
Oh my god!
And that got so toxic that they had to redo it to give the same results.
Imagine being like caring that much about some fictional fan fight. Like, this is literally like 4 writers in the room who are like, I think Goku would win. And people are like, I can't believe it. I can't make sense of this. My day is ruined.
Do they even watch the show?
You would know if you saw the size of Goku's nipples that there is no way he would lose in a fight. It's not possible. It's like, it's insane. It's actually insane. Like, and I don't understand, because I've never cared that much about something in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I have been in like university. I've had my YouTube channel completely demonetized. That's all my income, and I cared less about that. I mean, I cared a lot. I didn't want to go broke.
What's one thing though about the Dragon Ball fan base that I'm pretty sure I'm quite correct on, and just shocks me, is that I guarantee that 99% of the like hardcore Dragon Ball fans probably didn't even watch the first Dragon Ball. They started from Z.
That's a controversial take, Joey.
I guarantee.
That's an assumption, Joey.
It's an assumption, but I'm willing to bet on it.
Every Dragon Ball fan is now going to come up and be like, excuse me.
Yeah, they've watched it. You've given them fuel now, Joey.
Yeah. I mean, if you have, good on you. But
it is. I'm going to say something that is completely no basis whatsoever.
Go on.
I think the Dragon Ball fans are one bad day away from being furries. There, I said it. Okay, there, I said it. Okay, I think they are. I think they act in the same way that furries do, and sometimes, there.
I mean, isn't Goku a monkey?
As somebody who was a very angry child, I know exactly where that anger's coming from. I know where it's coming from. It's a.
They're about to jump into the pit.
I'm just saying, man. They're one bad forum click away, man. That's not.
They're one bad YouTube recommendation away from falling down in that rabbit hole.
We're gonna get fucking destroyed for this episode.
Oh my god!
Good thing we're fucking drunk.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, what do you mean gone? I have like 4 sips.
Just take sips quickly. Take sips quickly.
It's gonna get worse the more we drink.
I think that my parents didn't love me as much as the fans love Goku. I'll be honest, all right? And I don't know what that says about my parents, but.
No, your parents loved you fine, I'm sure.
My parents would not defend me on a comment section
No,
very aggressively. They'd be like, this is on you, Connor.
I just imagine now, like, what if Goku was an actual person and he just saw all of these comments?
What if Goku... Has Goku committed war crimes?
Yeah.
Do we know if Goku's... Would they defend Goku?
I mean, we know what would happen if he was HIV positive, right? But we don't know... but we don't know what would happen.
I think it's great that Goku is advocating for HIV awareness. I think that's great. More power to him. I don't know if that's in the agenda.
I have to start a parody series now where I just go through every shonen protagonist and just go into hypothetical situations of if they were HIV
what if
positive.
Saitama had syphilis? Would Saitama be able to punch syphilis?
Yeah, would he be able to punch the syphilis off his dick? I don't know.
I mean, okay, I love to clown on Dragon Ball fans because they are like the brick wall of opinions. It's like, it doesn't matter what you say. It's just like...
We can't take you seriously.
I mean, it's because most of the time they're arguing a point that can't be like proved anyway. It's all like situational because who cares about power levels? Because you can't really argue about power levels unless you watch Death Battle, and people still disagree with that shit.
Even then, it's like, there's no basis.
Even if you put science into it, people are gonna like rep this shit no matter what. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like a fucking religion.
It is a religion.
Yeah,
it's like a cult. It's a cult.
It's the cult of Dragon Ball. Yeah. That's exactly what it feels
Dragon
like.
Ball fans watching this be like, shit.
It's like, shit, they're on course.
Like, it's just a level of excitement that I've never felt for, or like passion that I've never felt for anything. And I don't know if that means that I'm lacking in something in my life, but then I see how passionate they are, and I'm like, I'm kind of glad that I have hobbies.
Yeah. other than Dragon Ball. I'm glad I have other things that I can like put my time and energy.
They're gonna be like, go read gay porn, Connor.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
How many burns can we get on like one episode?
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. Like I'm sure all three of us love Dragon Ball, right? Like we grew up with that shit. Of course, it's fucking epic. But we like other things.
Oh wait, no, I never grew up on it.
Oh, you didn't?
No, because I was always so fucking confused at what was happening.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Wait, how were you confused? What was confusing about it?
When I was a kid, I would watch a fight, and then the next episode was them like talking.
Yeah, we talked about it in the previous episode.
It was completely out of order. So I was like, I want to watch.
That's fair. But I mean, like, but I mean, it is a very inoffensive show. Right?
Yeah,
like because it's hard to hate Dragon Ball.
Okay,
I feel
I love the charm of Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
and I love the mainstream like. Everyone knows Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And dude, when you're listening to a rap song and you hear like a Dragon Ball reference as an anime fan, you're like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
You said Krillin? I don't even know who that is, but that's cool.
Because what I don't understand is like how Dragon Ball is still, I guess, as loved as it is. Because,
it's got such a huge like pop and like mainstream referencing.
Because like I love Dragon Ball Z, but my God, I could not watch Dragon Ball Z today. It has not aged well at all in terms of like the pacing and everything. And I remember like trying to watch like the newest Dragon Balls, and I can't even remember the fucking name. What's the new Dragon Ball?
Super.
Dragon Ball Super. That was it. And I remember trying to watch like an arc or two, and it was just exactly the same as Dragon Ball Z. It was like slightly faster paced.
It was just cleaner line art, right?
Yeah. But like, my God, like, I don't know how there are still so many passionate fans, whereas like Naruto fans, they saw Boruto and they're like, fuck that shit, Boruto fucking sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas Dragon Ball fans are here repping Dragon Ball Super, where I think it's an okay show, you know, that's,
you're gonna get flamed for that one, dude. How dare he just say it was okay?
It was okay. It was.
I mean, I feel like Dragon Ball is a fandom that is just like, where the creators are just like, I guess just give them the same thing again.
Yeah.
Slightly different. Goku has blue hair now. Is that correct? Am I saying things?
Yeah, he can go Super Saiyan Black now as well.
Yeah, is that the clip where they say don't shoot? He's black.
He's the strongest in the universe now. How can we up that up? Multiverse.
Yeah, multiverse. Yeah. Let's have a tournament arc, but we get the lord of each universe to fight. And then they become. I'm pretty sure that's if I'm wrong. I'm sorry,
but like, it sounds really fucking cool on paper.
Yeah,
but it's the reason why I think God of High School is kind of meh. It's like it's all just like a dick measuring contest, like you said.
Yeah.
And after a certain point, you're like, damn, Rent-A-Girlfriend's story is kind of good though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of just need something more.
Right.
It needs more waifus.
No, I don't even waifus, just some substance. And I'm sure the fans will argue it does, but for me, it just does it. And I'm sorry, Dragon Ball fans, that I'm openly shitting on you.
Yeah.
That's what you're into. I get it, dude. I'm into some weird shit.
I like He's not sorry. I liked Dragon Ball as a kid.
You can shit on my stuff.
Dragon Ball was of my fucking childhood. But growing up, I still hold it close to my heart, but I can't watch that shit. You know, it's I don't have the patience to go through what I did as a kid, you know.
But that's what I find interesting, right? Is that like this kind of super committed Dragon Ball fan base, it doesn't exist in Japan. There aren't people today who are like hyper committed to Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Super or anything Dragon Ball related. Yeah. Now here, then there are people like in America and like overseas.
You don't see that much.
You don't.
Like it's normally like they'll have a section for it.
Like there are people like Dragon Ball here, at least in Japan now, is just kind of put in the Hall of Fame of like, this is an anime that
everyone knows.
Everybody knows. It's like Naruto, right? Yeah. It's like Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball. They're all finished series. Their TV anime is finished. Their manga is finished. Yeah. They're in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
If you like it, cool. You'll hear it in passing.
Yeah.
But it isn't like, I have committed my entire life to wondering if what would happen if Goku was HIV positive? I need to know. You're not going to get that here.
I just realized the irony of me getting very defensive about the Bakado dub and then me just shitting on it.
Yeah, right.
Literally 2 minutes later.
Toxic.
I can get fucking. Hey, if you like Dragon Ball,
hypocrite.
Hey, if you want to defend it, that's fine. I just think it's funny to like joke about shit. You can shit on what I like. It's totally fine. I don't give a shit.
But speaking of super